You know, I was in the moment, so I understood everything that was going on. You know, there was some surprises, I can say that, but you know, me being in that moment. And
Terence Crawford recently broke his silence about being detained by police just hours after celebrating his victory parade in Omaha. The undisputed super middleweight champion recounted the incident, revealing that at one point, officers even drew a gun on him. According to Crawford, he has ample video evidence showing that the officers overreacted to what he believes was a routine situation, calling their actions excessive and unwarranted.
The seatbelt.
We don't step out.
I'm opening the door.
You can take
I'm
mine
opening the
off
door.
of me right here on my right. I'm keeping my fucking hands up.
I'm not reaching for no gun, bro.
Step out. Can I move my phone? Step out.
Yeah,
It was a surreal experience. I was behind the wheel and completely sober, and we followed every instruction without issue. There was no resistance or trouble on our part. Still, an officer pulled a gun on us, and that just didn't make sense. Whether it was an attempt to ruin our celebration or something else, the whole situation felt totally avoidable.
knowing everything that was going on when it was happening, it was like everything just slowed down to me at that.
Crawford shared that he spoke with Mayor Ewing, who has a background in law enforcement, after the incident took place. He was told by the police department that an internal investigation would be initiated immediately. As a result, Crawford decided not to release all of his footage publicly, choosing instead to wait until the inquiry is completed and appropriate action is taken.
38. It's a blessing. Hey, listen, I appreciate all y'all for coming out, celebrating with me, from the parade to the party.
Crawford confirmed that there is video evidence of the incident, but he intends to release it only once the investigation wraps up. He emphasized the importance of holding people accountable in situations like this. While his platform allows him to bring attention to the issue, he pointed out that countless everyday individuals face similar treatment without any repercussions. After the interview, he took to Instagram to celebrate his birthday, writing, "Something 38 is old, but I feel like I'm only getting better with time." And with that, he welcomed Chapter 38.
Underneath what they was doing. Crawford, like I'm saying, I mean, anybody that's being held down and disrespected wants to prove everybody wrong. I mean, if you're a real champion, you know what I'm saying? And then they're holding it back from you. They're seemingly...
An unexpected detail came from Qasim Shabazz, Terence Crawford's head of security, who was in the vehicle at the time and offered even more insight than Crawford himself. One officer came to my window while another approached Bud's side, Shabazz recalled, noting that he's well acquainted with standard police procedures. According to the Omaha Police Department, officers spotted a firearm near Crawford's feet as he was retrieving his license and registration. They then asked him to exit the vehicle, and after he complied, he was placed in handcuffs while officers continued their investigation, explained Omaha Mayor John Ewing Jr. All three passengers in the vehicle were also ordered out at gunpoint and placed in handcuffs. Authorities later stated that 2 firearms were recovered from the car, but clarified that everyone involved was legally permitted to carry them. However, Qasim Shabazz offered a different perspective, claiming that Crawford never attempted to retrieve any documents. Instead, Crawford reportedly told officers he didn't have his license or registration with him, saying he had left them at home, making any movement to retrieve them unnecessary. Shabazz, who was also armed, said he immediately informed the officers that he was legally carrying a firearm, in compliance with Nebraska law. The situation escalated quickly after Crawford said, "I have a firearm too." According to Shabazz, the officer on Crawford's side reacted with heightened aggression, shouting commands like, "Hands up! Step out of the vehicle! Don't move!" While no weapons were actually drawn by the passengers, the group felt the threat was real. "We honestly weren't sure if we'd make it out alive," Shabazz said. Despite the intense encounter, Crawford was ultimately cited for reckless driving. Shabazz, however, insisted the original reason for the stop was simply speeding.
I'm just saying, it's just like they doing Crawford like they did us the whole time. They don't want you to have nothing and they don't want to give you nothing. That's why they burned down Tulsa. That's why they burned down every other black community. They don't want you to have and they don't want to give you nothing. They don't want to be with you and they don't want to see you flourish.
Crawford questioned the validity of the speeding allegation, reportedly asking, "How can you say I was speeding if you didn't even use radar?" He claimed to have captured video of an officer admitting that no radar was used. Shabazz backed this up, saying, "To be fair, they did admit they weren't using radar." However, the footage has not yet been made available to KV. After hearing about the incident, Mayor Ewing took action. "Both my chief of staff, Tom Warren, and I personally reached out to Mr. Crawford," Ewing said. He expressed that he wanted a formal investigation into what happened.
Hey yo, that's embarrassing by Omaha law enforcement that you will arrest, held on gunpoint, Terence Bud Crawford after having a parade in Omaha, after receiving the keys to the city? Huh? Hey yo, that cop gotta be some hater, bro. Hey yo, that's like...
Mayor Ewing followed up by contacting Police Chief Todd Schmatterer, who authorized an internal affairs investigation into the incident. Ewing expressed hope that a review of the officer's body camera footage would help bring clarity to the situation. "It's our duty to avoid speculation and instead provide the public with facts while ensuring transparency throughout the process," he said. KV reached out to the Omaha Police Department for an interview, but officials declined, opting to stand by their previously released written statement. The investigation remains ongoing. Ewing also noted in a Facebook post that he had spoken directly with Crawford after learning about the traffic stop.
Bud Crawford, the current 168-pound undisputed champion, being pulled over at Blick Point in his own city. Now, the police have said that this was reckless driving, something like that. The police chieftain made a statement. The man, Terence Bud Crawford...
Mayor Ewing acknowledged the seriousness of the incident and stressed the critical role that trust plays between law enforcement and the communities they serve. "This situation underscores the ongoing need to build strong relationships and stay vigilant," he said. He expressed full support for Police Chief Todd Schmatterer's commitment to conducting a detailed internal investigation. "We're going to gather all the facts and be transparent with the public once the findings are in," Ewing assured. Looking back on the events, Ewing shared his personal reaction. "My heart dropped when I heard what had happened, especially after such a memorable day celebrating our city's world boxing champion."
The NYPD holding Derek Jeter on gunpoint and arresting him after the Yankee championship parade in New York City, bro. It doesn't make sense. It wouldn't even happen, bro. It wouldn't even happen. So this cop gotta be some hater, bro. He must be hating on Terence Bud Crawford. Hopefully,
Omaha should celebrate this day as a meaningful milestone, even as the community seeks clarity on how the events ultimately unfolded. Equally important is ensuring that every person in the city, no matter their background, feels safe and respected. Crawford made history by winning the unified super middleweight title with a unanimous decision over Alvarez in Las Vegas, becoming the first male boxer to hold 3 unified division championships. He maintains an impressive undefeated record of 42 victories, including 31 by knockout. Earlier that day, the city honored Crawford with a downtown parade, followed by a birthday celebration at a live music venue near where the traffic stop later occurred.
He is the pride of North Omaha, our hometown champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the pound for pound champ, Terence Bud Crawford.
Hey! I'm gonna say that for tonight.
In the early hours of Sunday, Omaha police ordered champion boxer Terence Bud Crawford out of his vehicle at gunpoint during a traffic stop for reckless driving. This occurred only hours after his hometown celebrated him with a parade honoring his recent victory over Canelo Alvarez 2 weeks earlier. Crawford had returned to Omaha, Nebraska to mark his disputed win with a grand celebration. The undisputed super middleweight champion proudly displayed his trophy, a stunning $188,000 gold ring belt.
Just reflecting on all my accomplishments at my mama house. That's where all my belts at.
Crawford intends to keep the belt as a personal memento, regardless of any future championship wins. The belt symbolizes his triumph in one of boxing's most highly anticipated fights. Among the many congratulatory messages he received, Eminem gave a special shout-out for Crawford's historic victory over Canelo Alvarez on September 13th. Moving up 2 weight classes, Crawford executed a near-perfect performance that effectively countered all of Canelo's strengths. He also demonstrated that his speed and agility remained top-notch at the higher weight, sealing an impressive win. The celebration attracted notable figures such as Claressa Shields, Shakur Stevenson, and Crawford's coaches, Red, Bomack, and Davis. Although not attending in person, legendary rapper Eminem's message was played for the audience during the event.
Now I'll bring our mayor back up to present gifts.
I would like to have the honor of presenting you with the key to the city of Omaha.
Let's go, bud.
In a video message to Crawford, the renowned artist said, "Bud, what's up, champ? Congrats, man, you did it. I'm really proud of you. You used all the techniques I showed you to take down Canelo. You went in and got the job done. Amazing work, bro. Seriously, that's GOAT level stuff. Congrats, champ. You earned every bit of it. Respect. That's all for now." For the latest boxing news, highlights, and updates, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss out on great content like this. Until next time, stay safe and take care.